Hello, everybody, and we are here live on Oxford Learning Lab Facebook and YouTube channel. And with me is Edmund Bradford. Hello, Ed. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Giorgio. Good to talk to you today.
Good. So we just have to wait a little bit because I think we see we see if some people are going to join the live streaming as I hope. So first few questions, first few minutes, we need to wait. We need to wait a little bit and see what's going on. Okay, let's just start with one simple question. Tell me about you, Ed, a little bit. And so people are starting to come and visit our website. Just tell about a little bit about yourself, Ed.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
on
okay.
the big screen.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, I've worked in consulting. I've worked in training. I've worked in senior positions in companies. I've been in the sales and marketing game, if you like, for over 25 years. Worked with some big firms over that time, international brand names as well as local small firms, and I mean, one of the things that with me that I realized recently that I never did really was think about my own career, and it was only in my sort of early 30s really when I was in a situation where I felt that there wasn't really a good path open to me in the big engineering firm that I was working at, that I thought actually I need to think about a plan B. And I sat down and really thought about it, and I actually did a good old-fashioned strengths and weaknesses and opportunities and threats, or what we call a SWOT analysis. And from that I decided that something called key account management was my big thing. And then from there, I used a few contacts, and I ended up working in London in a marketing consultancy that was very keen to do key account management work. And that was the first time I'd really sat down and thought about the career. And I ended up with a little 5 or 10 year plan, ultimately to set up my own business. And actually, I went down that path fairly successfully. So I think one of the things that is interesting to me is how people need help with this, and especially in today's environment when the job market is so tough.
And that's what my first question to you was exactly this one, and why people should look at marketing to help them to get a job.
Yeah, well, that's a good question, Giorgio. And you wouldn't think marketing is an obvious choice, is it? Would you? But the interesting thing about marketing is that it's been created over many decades to help sell products in mature, very competitive markets. And if you think about yourself as the product, and if you think about the market as the job market, and you think about the recruiter as the customer, for example, the recruiter has got needs, as customers have needs, then actually marketing, with all its tried and tested and proven tools, is actually a very good source of information and insight as to help people to sell themselves more successfully in that market and to get the job that they're actually looking for.
Okay, this is quite good. So we were talking before, and you said that you have created an online course about it.
Yes.
So yes. How this idea came about, basically.
Yeah, that's right. Well, so it came as many things in life come about. They came by accident. So I was asked by a university here in the UK to do a marketing day with some students from across the business school, but it was part of their careers week, and so we ran a workshop for them, talking about how you could use marketing to help you think about your career. And it was tremendous success, and we ran it again since. And from that one-day workshop, it was such a success that I thought actually, and it was so useful to those students in the room that I thought it'd be really good to have more people have access to that thinking, and also to do it at their own pace. Some people don't have a day spare these days. So over the summer, sat down with my colleagues, and we created this really good online course to help think about how we apply marketing to your career and to getting a job.
Okay. So who should do it?
Yeah, good question. Well, yes, yeah. I mean, a whole range of people. I mean, it's difficult for me to think about people that can't do this course because it's applicable to students at the start of their career. I've also been using it and coaching people at the other end of the spectrum. So these are senior executives that have been in business for a bit like me for maybe too many years, and maybe looking at an opportunity to take some money from redundancy payment and start again. Almost start their career again. I've also been working with managers in the middle that are looking to stay within that industry, but perhaps move from one company to another. And the interesting thing about the process that we take them through is that because it's an end-to-end process, and it starts by going inwards and thinking about yourself, and then saying, okay, let's go outwards and think about the job market and where those skills and strengths are required. It's actually applicable to almost everybody, I think. Even, and I would say almost especially if you're out of work at the moment in these difficult circumstances, and are keen to try and differentiate yourself against the 100 of the candidates there are out there for that job that you actually want.
Yeah, I understand. So what will people get out of it?
Well, I think there's three key things that people get out of it. First of all, it will help them to think about what their dream job actually looks like. And we know that for many people, they're just collecting the pay packet, they're going to work every day, as we say in English, they're kind of like plowing the trough, just going backwards and forwards every day, maybe not fulfilling what they think their purpose is in life, not very happy. So the first thing it does, I think, is allows them to step back a bit and think about what their dream job actually looks like. Then we help them to plot a path or a career strategy to get them from where they are today, which may be in a very different place, to that dream position. And that path may be a long path. I mean, it may be a 5 or 10 year plan, depending on the nature of the change from A to B. If it's a more short term, for example, if you're out of work and looking for a job, then of course the path would be a lot shorter, and the options be a lot more short term in their nature. So the path or the strategy is the second thing, and the third thing is how to travel successfully down that path. So what job you should be looking for now. If you want a future job in 5 or 10 years time that looks like this, then what job should be going for now that connects along that journey to your final destination, and how can you travel that successfully in terms of, for example, differentiating yourself from the other competitors, really pulling out those maybe hidden strengths that are really important to recruiters, so that you yourself stand out in front of the recruiter when you're going for that job.
Okay, so meanwhile, I'll invite everybody that is following us to ask questions. And please ask any question that you want, and we will try to answer to all of them as soon as we can. So let's tell quickly to who is following us what is in it. So what is in the course?
Yeah, okay. We've got it's a one-day workshop effectively that's been cut down into short bite-sized pieces. So the course itself is only, if you just did the video, watch the video sessions, it would only take 2.5 hours. But those video sessions are divided up into 10 lectures, 10 short lectures. But each lecture has an exercise at the end of it, a real practical, application exercise, so you can apply the thinking to your own situation, whatever that situation is. So we have 10 short lectures, and there's probably around about, I'd say, about 15 different tools and templates that you can fill in as you go along that journey. And I would say it's depend on your level of commitment and interest. It's somewhere between 2.5 hours to maybe 2 days, depending on how much effort you want to put into it.
So you said that we got video lessons,
and
then we got tools.
Yeah, we got video lessons. There are some tools that you can use. Templates that you can fill in. Yeah. Okay. And we've got additional resources that we're putting in there all the time. So, for example, we added in a webinar that I did with my colleague, Professor Malcolm MacDonald. We added that as a free resource at the start of the course as well. And we will just keep adding more and more materials to that course as we go along.
So I put it in the banner. So we will have video. You will have video lessons, 2.5 hours more or less of video lessons. There are tools you can use straight away to find out what is your ideal job or career that you want to take. You got templates that you can use as well, and new resources that over time we are going to put within the course. And that's just to summarize everything.
Yeah, and I think the for me it's really is a practical course. I mean, we're using the principles of marketing, and we've borrowed some of the thinking from marketing, but that's because we know marketing has thought about this for many years and has honed many of its skills. But the actual activity that you do is very much practical activity, and I'm pretty passionate about this making a real difference to the people that do the course.
Yeah. Okay. So for the people that they are following us, or they started to follow us and then they don't follow us anymore, I just post a comment. If you know somebody and now is in a situation on which he needs help for his career, please address them to this video. I'm going to put it there, so it's going to appear now for everybody. And this is important because as everybody that is following us, it's important not just that maybe you are interested or not interested in this topic, but you might know people that are interested in this topic, and they can benefit from what we are doing now. So let's go back 1 second to the topic. If you want to give one single suggestion that people can use straight away, okay, let's say that they don't have enough time to follow us, they don't have enough time to buy the course, etc. What is a short tip that you can give them, just they can use for their career now?
Well, yes, I would say because it's actually one of the first things you do in the course. What you should do is, like any, company or any product manager looking after their product, know your product, know what you're good at, and you'd be perhaps surprised when you really think about what your real strengths really are. I mean, for example, there was a survey done by LinkedIn a couple of weeks ago, where they looked at what, the most commonly required skills from all the job posts on LinkedIn. And it was discovered that communication skills was the number one, required skill. Now, some of you may have fantastic communication skills, and you may have developed those skills. Sorry, Giorgio.
No, I think you're breaking a bit. Yes.
Oh, okay.
If you can repeat, yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll just say that again. I mean, things like communication skills can be really valuable out there, particularly now as we're moving into a much more online world. And it may be that you have fantastic communication skills yourself, but you haven't developed those in work. You've developed them somewhere else. And understanding your real strengths can be the first step towards getting the right job for you that requires those strengths, and in terms of you marketing yourself effectively for those jobs. So going inwards first is a really good first step before you go outwards. We've put some under the free resources. We've got our template in there, which actually looks for 16 different areas, 16 different sources of strengths. And it'd be really interesting for anybody to go through that and see if you can fill in all 16 boxes, because it does stretch your thinking as to where your strengths might come from. See if you can fill those in. And if they're all your strengths are coming in one particular area, then that also says something as well. So have a go at that, and if nothing else, you'll get to know a little bit more about yourself.
That's very good. So I just put a URL where people can find more information about the course itself, if they want to. And I can also put the URL onto the comment later on, so people they have an understanding about they can find straight away where are the information for them. And last thing, tell me about you were mentioning before us going live, you are telling me about some people that used your system already, and they benefit from it. Can you tell us a little bit, maybe one story or two, so people can relate it to and can have a little bit of understanding about, why it can benefit also them? So I put in the content.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you one example because it's very fresh in my mind of a person that was working in a big engineering firm. This happened to be a UK engineering firm, but it's a global firm. It's a household name, and this particular person was being offered redundancy. They were making, in the current difficult climate, that particular engineering firm is laying off thousands of people, which is very sad. He took the opportunity to be made redundant. In fact, I'm pretty sure that from doing the course that convinced him to do that. And from going through the materials with me, and I was also coaching him a little bit on that, he actually ended up getting himself a really good job at another big global brand, not actually in that particular sector, but in quite a different sector. But he's now a very happy camper. He set himself a target to get himself a good job within 3 months, and I think he said to me he made it with 3 days to spare. So that was a really nice little success that we had with him. It was, I have to say, of course, when you're going for some of these positions, as he was going through, I think the particular job he got, he went through 3 different interview stages. So that, there was a lot of people going for that job. It's another big name, big brand name, so a lot of interest out there, and all the way from him thinking about what sort of industry he should be working in from the start of the process through to how do we, even down to the details of how do we set up his room on Zoom to look good on camera. Little things like that can make all the difference at the end of the day, especially when you've got two candidates that are very close. So from start to finish, I think the whole thing is very, very, very useful to him, and I'm very pleased that he's got that particular job. And that's just one that's in my mind at the moment because it's so fresh.
Yeah. Okay, I think we are finishing now because we've been live for about 20 minutes.
Time flies.
I think this was my idea to give a quick, short burst of information about what we are doing at the moment with the Oxford Learning Lab, together with Edmund and the Good Growth Academy that is running. And just invite people, if they want to ask questions, please do, because we will answer. If you don't have any question, you can, I put in the comment our URL. You can go there. You can find more information about the course itself. You can find some freebies too. You can leave your email address. We can email you more information. If you want, you can send an email to support or to our support, or just fill the email address that is available to you, that the space that is on the top of your screen, to subscribe to our newsletter, which they are always tackles very good, important marketing issues. So I'm thanking everybody in this moment. Thank you all to have been with us. I will leave the video in Facebook and also on YouTube for the people that they couldn't start to follow us since the beginning, so they can rewatch it again. And then we will make more of these videos soon with Edmund, and we will go in maybe to explore some of the details about the Good Growth Academy project and things that we can do with marketing too. So thank you, everybody. I'm ending this broadcast very soon now. You will see a countdown. And I will leave as I said, I will leave the video there for a while so people can watch it and rewatch it. Please share it with other people. Please go to our website. For us, it's very important to have your feedback. You can ask questions now. You can ask questions on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, or you can shoot us a question on support@oxlearn.com, and we will answer very, very happily. Thank you all. Thank you, Ed, from United Kingdom. In this moment is 4:30 for you, 4:20, I think.
Yes, it is. That's right. Hour behind. Yes.
Okay, and I am, for everybody that doesn't know me, I am actually in Italy, very, very close to Venice. So for me is 5:30 European time. Hello, everybody, and hello, Ed. And I will end this broadcast now and speak to all of you very, very soon.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Ciao, Giorgio. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.